up, man? It's your boy Flaugeristic. We out here at the grill, you know what I'm saying, recording a documentary for, you know, Flauger Vibes only. You know, if you want to reach me at IG, just add me at Flaugeristic. That's Flaugeristic. You know, if you want to reach me through Facebook, it's Flaugeristic Sound. And yeah, man, we up here recording, putting in work for the album. You already know how it is. It's all love. One. Yeah, Flaugeristic, man, about to make another hit. Let's do it. Wow, what's good with you, bro? What's up with you? Flauge became Flauge. You know, I'm just gonna be straight up honest. You know, I was looking for like a specific name for myself, but didn't want to just have like a typical name. So I've always felt like my music has been the future. I've always felt like I'm, you know, futuristic, you know, ever since a child. Camouflage is more of like me, like feeling like I blend in. Basically, I'm from the streets, right? But I relate to a lot of people outside of just the streets. You know, I can relate to the workman who just go to work every day. I can relate to a person who just grind. You know, not necessarily just street, they just hustle, they just grind. And I feel like I always relate to a lot of people, and that's where camouflage came in. Flaugeristic is basically camouflage and futuristic put together. So, you know, that's where Flauge, you know, just, you know, for Flaugeristic, you know, just to make it shorter, everybody just started calling me Flauge, you know, and it just like kind of stuck with it. But I've always felt like my music is the future. I mean, it's about how you carry yourself. You know, it's a lot of people with a lot of egos, and they got a reason to have that ego. You know, who's to say who can't have an ego? You know, I could, you know, anybody can have an ego, but it's how you carry yourself.
You niggas better pray for rain. I bring that fire, you should move, Pastor. I introduce you to my world, it's a cruel matter. Only hearing money talk, I don't do chatter. You old news, I'm the page to a new chapter. No fucking around on this, nigga. Touch mine and get disfigured. I'm a born slugger, you a switch hitter. Finna ball out, where you handshake. But you can't see, I go way ahead it. About to kill this, call the paramedics, ain't nowhere to go. It's a dead in it, ooh, yeah. Now they want the smoke to clear up. New money, but I swear it's all familiar. I'm the fella with the rock, La Familia. Tryna go get it, get out your feelings, switch the gears up. Now I'm on, going ape shit, so I'm beating on my chest. So-called friends switched up on me, so I did the shit to the neck. Yeah, calling all you niggas out, you done got to some mess. Every word I met, what up, smoke strong, no stress. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She turned up, but I'm more lit, I'm more lit. My temper may be short, but I give a long dick. Try and keep my mind right, but that there was short-lived. Everything around me gets side-eye, no closed lids. That's right, I go to mile till they know the sound. I'm too focused now with the golden crown. I hold it down and I do what I like, nigga. Vision on something quite bigger. Yeah, it was crazy from the ground up, not a sight sicker. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
With me is like, I never get too high, I never get too low. You know, and the reason why is because, you know, I've been in every situation you can think of. I've been that person that was real high. I've been that person that was real low. No matter how good it gets for you, you always stay here. No matter how low it gets for you, you always stay here. The thing that separates me is I know that there's a level that you have to keep yourself at to sustain yourself. I know a lot of people, you know, when I was trying to build a team and build unity, I was kind of like casted off a little bit. Like, almost like it was taboo to think that anything unity could be possible. So, but since a child, I've always wanted to start something. I always wanted to build a togetherness. A lot of that has gotten lost in society, and this ain't just necessarily about music. I mean, it just has gotten lost in society. Like people rather wait until you do the hard work and then want to join you. Over time, I've noticed people only cling to what's already hot and what's already made it. Nobody wants to start nothing from the ground up. And this is why, like, I'm trying to build something of other like-minded people who feel like they're underappreciated, underrated, you know, getting slept on, because it's a lot of us out here. The thing that keeps me going is just having a love for music. I've been producing actually, you know, my whole life since 8 years old, but I've been rapping since 16. But what keeps me going with it is just a love for it, honestly. I love the grind. I love going forward. I love like reaching heights and going for things that people thought was once impossible. You know, it's unfortunate that it had to come to him passing, but the only person I can say that inspired me, like how you saying, is Nipsey. Nipsey Hussle. I mean, before then, it's a lot of artists that inspired me, like, you know, Lil Wayne, you know, not just because, you know, he's a legend, but because based on how he worked. You know, he had like a Tupac, like, work ethic towards like music, you know, just in the way that he grinded. You know, Drake too, you know, he sort of has like that same approach. I love Travis Scott because like he has his own sound. He's not traditional, you know, he does his own thing. I'm a real artist, so I don't go off just based on what's today's thing to do. I'm traditional. So like I go off based off like things I'm going through myself and things that are relevant as of today. And as far as like, you know, just real situations that people go through. Like anything that you hear with Flaugeristic in my music, you'll hear situations that either you yourself have went through or you know someone has went through. I'm working on my new album, Flaugeristic Vibes Only. Basically that's like positive vibes only, except Flaugeristic Vibes Only. It's a 12-track album. I did about 8 tracks. I produced about 8 tracks on here. Then I got my other boy, Dope Boy Low. He produced about 4 tracks. This is actually one of them. This is actually the intro track to the album. But yeah, that's what I got coming next. It should be dropping around like the end of August. Also, I'm going to be in Miami doing a show. And I'm also going to be dropping a documentary around the same time that the album drops, man. So I got a lot coming, a lot coming.